Greetings,
Your own Spellbinder.
and I'm Hellhound.
And today we are doing Tales from the Dark Side.
Tales from the Crypt.
Ah,
That's a good one too. We'll get to that eventually. But today, yeah, Tales from the Crypt.
we don't have Tales from the Dark Side on DVD.
Yeah, but we'll someday. Yeah, you know, season 1, season 2, season 3, 4, 5, 6,
And shit.
7. Yeah, the 7th season wasn't nearly as good as the others. It was definitely a.
If the whole season was
step
animated
down.
like the last episode, that'd be way
Yeah,
awesome.
the third pig, the last episode of season 7, and the whole series, but for that matter, I kind of redeemed it a little bit just for how ridiculously, stupidly hilarious it was.
I gotta say, like, when you go back and look at all the seasons, a lot were good. Most of them weren't scary and didn't really like meld with all the other ones.
Well, I think that like probably around like season 3, 4, and 5 is kind of when it hit its peak, but there are definitely some classics in the first 2 seasons as well. The very first episode, The Man Who Was Death with William Sadler. I mean, that's just.
I wish they would explain like how
amazing.
they figured out he was doing it though. It seemed like out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's only like 30 minutes long. They have to leave something out. And see, the thing is, like, I watched a few of the episodes when they originally aired on HBO, but most of the series I watched on TV years ago on the Sci-Fi Channel, I believe was when they showed all the reruns of the Sci-Fi Channel, and so a lot of the stuff was cut out. You know, the language and violence and stuff was all edited out, and so when I bought these on DVD years later, I was like, oh wow, I was like, these are a lot bloodier than I remember.
Yeah, I only saw like a few episodes when it was on TV when like HBO was like pay-per-view, not like you don't get the whole thing automatically.
Right.
So, like, yeah. It was like, let's see.
So let's take a look. Yeah, I guess we'll talk about some of our favorite episode stuff. Before we begin, I'd like to get out of the way that this video probably will contain spoilers because some of the episodes, nothing scary really happens till the very end. You know, every episode has a twist at the end. Sometimes the scary thing doesn't reveal itself until, like, the final frame. You know, it's like, oh, this guy was a vampire the whole time. Or, oh, they're actually a group of demons. You know, sometimes it's not even scary until the end. Up until it's been, like, a serious, you know, like a drama or even a comedy.
But
Some episodes are really funny.
But it's been almost 20 years since the series ended. If you don't know what happens, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah, so this video is going to be more for people that are already kind of familiar with the series instead of somebody who's like a newcomer. So if you don't want any of the episodes spoiled, we'll try not to give too much of it away, but you know there will be spoilers. So go ahead and stop the video now if you don't want anything to be given away if you haven't seen it yet.
The bulk of this video will us be looking through these things to find out which episode is which.
I don't have like a lot of the titles memorized.
Me neither. I can remember stuff that happens, I just don't remember what the title is or what the season is.
There's actually a few episodes that were supposed to be for a different show. I think that maybe Robert Zemeckis was also working on like the episode Yellow, you know, with the Sergeant General. His son is like a coward and like they're going to give him an honorable death. They're going to shoot him, then you know he tells him that it's going to be blanks. And
then he kills him anyways.
Yeah, exactly. And you know,
Fun fact.
There's nothing really scary about it. I mean, it is a twist at the end, but it's, you know, there's nothing supernatural or anything. Some episodes are a lot like that, and as I said, some of them were planned to be for a different show that was canceled. I can't remember the name of it, but it'll come back to me as soon as I stop this video.
Yeah.
Abracadabra, that was a good one. It had Tony Goldwyn from you know, Ghost and Friday the 13th Part 6. Like they give him some kind of drug, and he thinks he's dead, but he can still see what's happening to him.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I actually wrote a song about that episode. I loved it so much.
Split Personality is really good.
Yes. Is it the one with the Siamese twins? Oh, no.
That's the one where, like, Joe Pesci...
Yeah, Joe Pesci with the two twins.
The
and,
bullshit part is,
he pretends like he has a brother.
The bullshit part about it, though, is, like, they're not that dumb to believe that he has a twin brother when he's gone.
Hey, they both got a piece of him at the end, though.
But it makes you think, like, they did the same thing to their dad.
Yeah, I know. Very weird. You know what I was talking about, with the Siamese twins, as Jonathan Stark from Fright Night and House Part 2. And that was a pretty good episode. That one, I saw that one when I was a kid, so it always stood out for me. I think that's in season 2, isn't it?
This is season 4.
Yeah, this is season 2 right now.
Another one I like is Showdown. This one really messed with you.
I don't have all the titles memorized.
Yeah, it's like a gunslinger goes to this town, kills the marshal chase, and then he goes into the saloon, finds out full of guys that he's
All
killed.
his victims, yeah.
And then it turns
That was
out
a
that
good
he's
one.
dead because the Tor group is coming through. And it reveals, like, he got killed, like, right after he killed the Marshal. And, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I really like is The Reluctant Vampire, where Malcolm McDowell plays a vampire, and George Wendt from Cheers, and he was also in the first House movie. Is like he's trying to like blackmail him and stuff.
And, oh, you forgot... And
Michael Berryman from Hills Have Eyes plays like a descendant of Van Helsing, and yeah, that's a pretty good one.
And Yellow's really good because, like, he's got Kirk Douglas and Michael Douglas in it.
Yep.
And,
yeah, it's real life.
Werewolf Concerto was good, though.
That was a good... Is it the one with the werewolf at the beginning ripped the guy's head off and, like, held it up in the moonlight? Or was that a different werewolf one?
It's the one that ends with, like, turns out the vampire's been sleeping.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I think so.
So, like, a lot of the werewolf ones had, like, a vampire ending. A lot of the vampire ones had a werewolf ending. Like, that one with,
The Orphan.
Yeah, the orphan, like, turns out he's a werewolf. He gets adopted by vampires. They're feeding him all these sweets and stuff so that his blood will taste good for him. And at the very end, he's a werewolf. He's like, yeah, Larry Drake's in that episode. It's a good one. Can't think of the name of it offhand. As I said, I don't have all the titles memorized. Some of the titles are kind of weird, actually. Like, they don't make sense within the context of the episode.
One that really didn't make sense to me is the new arrival.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it turns out the talk show goes to this woman's house because she had a problem with her kid. Her kid's been dead for like 50 years.
Yeah, it says Zelda Rubinstein from the Poltergeist movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, he never explained how is her kid, like, still alive. But she's clearly dead. And at first they think that she's leading, like, a double life, like she is her kid.
Nope.
In disguise or something. I thought that would have been kind of a cool twist, too. But yeah, the zombie ending's cool, too.
Another
what
one.
I like... What?
Huh.
What I really like is People Who Live in Brass Hearses with Brad Dourif and Bill Paxton. And it turns out the guy is... He's got like a Siamese twin in an ice cream truck. He never comes out of his truck. Never shows him out of his truck, and planning to rob him. And I think he sent one of them to jail. Bill Paxton's character, I believe. Both of them were really good in that.
Speaking of twins, the Ventriloquist Dummy's really good.
Ventriloquist Dummy, yes, with Don Rickles and Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah.
Love that one. Creeped me out when I was little. When it first shows that he's got a
Morty's
like
my brother.
Yeah, he is Morty.
That episode got kind of slapstick at the end, though.
Yeah, dude.
And it didn't make any sense. Like, he hasn't...
Yeah, how did he graft himself onto
And he didn't
his
really
hand?
feel it leading up till
That was
then.
weird.
That's cool.
No, not the meat grinder. I love that one. That's one of my favorites, definitely. Well Cooked Hams. I think that's the one with Billy Zane tries to steal the magician's act, and then turns out that was a bad idea because he really gets his just desserts in the end.
Another good one that... I can't remember the name of it, though. It's got John Lovitz at the beginning. Like,
oh, yeah, where he becomes he's trying to get in a play, and then it's like he just becomes the skull at the end or something.
The stupid part is, though,
I think John
these guys are coming to kill him and say, we really wanted your friend. Like, even, like he's over there. You can still have his head, but no, he just runs away.
Yeah.
Another thing about me about that was, like, apparently they took over that asylum a while ago because all those guys are, like, rotting away dead, and they actually got a flyer out for the show. So one of them had to leave there to do that. And, like, the cops are just now showing up.
Yeah, weird. They really put a lot into these DVDs. They first started releasing them. They had an all-new intro with the Crypt Keeper and everything. The puppet special effects still looked really real. We should talk about the Crypt Keeper a little bit. The puppet, that's one of the most realistic-looking zombies I've ever seen. In the first season, maybe not so much, but as it went on, like, he just looked amazing. Those were some stellar special effects. And then, of course, John Kazir's voice work for the Crypt Keeper. He's just hilarious. All his puns and stuff. He's just awesome. Oh, John Kazir.
Originally, I thought when the show started, like, it was a guy in a suit, and then they got more, like, slapstick with it. I thought, like, they were using
I don't really know why they couldn't use a guy in a suit. I guess.
Well, I thought they were doing that, but, like, when they did, like, the stuff to him, like, it was switching with a doll at the last second.
Yeah.
But apparently it was a puppet.
I think it took, like, how many puppeteers? A great bit, I think.
I thought it was, like, 3 or 1 or 2.
I think a little more than that, like at least 6 or something. I don't know. Maybe as it went on, it took less and less, but yeah, the effects look really. That's one of the.
It was good enough to know that you couldn't tell it was a puppet.
Yeah, no, it looked very real, very genuine.
Yeah.
The first season's got some really good, and all through the house, of course. Larry Drake is a killer Santa stalking this woman who just killed her husband, and then Dig That Cat, He's Real Gone. It's the guy who.
Yeah, that one was if you don't pay attention, like, you'll forget.
Yeah.
Like, he
I
messed
think it doesn't
up.
make sense. Like, they get, like a cat, something from a cat's brain or something.
Yeah, the thing that
planet
controls the
has
9
9
lives.
lives, but cats don't really have 9 lives. I mean, that was, like, pretty much entirely.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
That was a good one, though. We already talked about The Man Who Is Deaf. That's a good one. Only Sin Deep I saw when I was really little. That's, what's that chick's name? The one who played Lorraine on the Back to the Future trilogy. Leah Thompson.
Wait, is that the one where, like, she's nuts and kills that guy if he gets her pregnant?
Well, no, she's, like, she goes to that weird shop and, like, she sells her beauty to this guy, and then she starts getting, like, she starts aging, and then, like, she murders this guy she's with, and then, you know, then she becomes hideous, and then she's trying to get her looks back, but then it turns out she's, you know, wanted by the cops, and so she can't. She has to remain.
Yeah.
Because it's totally ugly.
Let me see the first season. I just said something. So. Oh, cool. What was it? Nope.
Yeah, which is the one that has the Siamese twins with Jonathan Starr? Is that in the 3rd season?
No. God damn it. No.
Split Second. That was a good one with Brian James. He's the boss of a bunch of lumberjacks. He's a total asshole.
Yeah.
And then they really get him in the end. Holy crap. I love Brian James. He was always a favorite of mine. He was in the horror show with Lance Henriksen. And he was really good in that. A very convincing jerk. He's actually a really nice guy in real life. Rest in peace. I think he died, I believe, in 1999. Yeah, he is. He's dead.
Are you sure?
1999 or 2000, he died. I didn't know it either.
Oh, the weird part about, like, the guys are saying he's a nice guy, but he just shifted like that out of nowhere.
Yeah, he was all nice at the beginning, you know, talking about he got married and stuff, and people were looking at his wife, and he just became a, you know...
Yeah.
He just went off.
What the fuck? Okay, I just mentioned an episode, like, I can't remember the name of it, though. Okay, so, like, this guy marries this chick because she's rich, wants her money. Turns out they go to this abandoned hotel. It's where her mother killed...
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's got that chick from Pulp Fiction in it. What is that called? I know the exact one you're talking about.
I thought it was first
He's like,
season.
I have to have a baby, and she's only this big. And, like, he's got the gun. He's like, no, sweetie, I was going to kill you. I'm not in love with you. I was going to kill you and take your money. What was that?
Damn it.
Fuck. Yeah, a lot of the titles I don't remember, honestly.
Strung Along was another good one. Like,
yes, that had an awesome ending. Yeah.
Although it would have been cool, like, the puppet came to life, like, earlier.
Yeah. Well, I think he possessed the puppet, like Zach Galligan and the guy's wife. I think they killed him. They made him have a heart attack, and then I think like his soul, like after he died, he possessed the puppet.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's what happened. Yeah, I don't know what that episode's called. I know exactly the one you're talking about. That's a good one. I'll think of it as soon as the video's over. Like I always do.
See what else I got. I never actually watched any of these in order.
Let me know if you come across that one.
That
was definitely one like during the golden age.
I could have sworn that was the first season.
Death of Some Salesman. That was crazy. Tim Curry plays everybody in the whole family. He plays the mom, the dad, and the daughter. And oh gosh, it's just... That wasn't really one of my favorites, but... Creep Course. That was a good one.
Hey, what's the one where that playwright wants that actress and he gets that love potion and then like she goes like
she dies and then she's a zombie and keeps coming after her?
No. Like she's way too intense and then he kills himself. She jumps out the window and kills herself. She shows up again. She's all like her face is all messed,
all mangled. There was actually a few episodes like that where like I had like a be careful what you wish for theme. House of Horror. That's a good one with the college hazing, the fraternity pledge, and they go into the house and like all kinds of crazy, like it's initiation, but then all kinds of crazy stuff really starts to happen. Like it's a supposedly haunted house, but then they actually go in it and there actually is all kinds of demonic stuff going on. That was a good one.
Did I look at this one? I don't think so.
Oh yeah, I was right. It is the second season that has that the one with the Siamese twins. My Brother's Keeper. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. I thought that would have been good if it was Bruce Campbell as the bad brother.
Oh yeah, but Jonathan Stark's pretty cool though. The Switch, that's a good one with William Hickey.
Oh yeah.
Anybody else want to ride? That was a good one.
Hey, which one did Arnold Schwarzenegger write?
That one, The Switch. He's the one who directed that. And he even shows him at the beginning with the segment with the Crypt Keeper. Television Terror with Morton Downey Jr. That was a good one. It was kind of a lazy ending, though. It's like, okay, I saw that coming. For Crying Out Loud's good. Where Sam Kinnison's like, the guy's conscience is like screaming in his ear, and he thinks that other people can hear him because he just committed a murder. It turns out he had a Q-tip stuck in his ear, and that's why everybody was staring at him.
Yeah. I didn't explain the voice, though. Where'd that come from?
It's his conscience. He's going crazy or something. Hello, boils and ghouls.
Maybe this one. God damn it!
I got to scream for you. They need to bring this show back. They need to make a return to Tales from the Crypt. It needs to come back. I just love this show. This video isn't really even going to do it justice. I mean, all we can really do is talk about our favorite episodes and stuff. I'd love to be able to show some clips or something, but really, you're just going to have to watch it.
Yep. You know one that didn't make sense to me was Dead Weight. Like Whoopi Goldberg. What was the point of that?
Well, didn't she just show up in the Crypt Keeper segment? Was she even in the actual episode?
Yeah, because in the episode or like with the Crypt Keeper wrapping around.
The Crypt Keeper, wasn't she just in that part?
No, because remember she killed that guy at the end.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's been a while since I've seen some of these. Yeah.
Carrion Death was pretty good.
Season 6 was kind of the beginning of the end. Season 7 was definitely very stale. And Season 6 was kind of...
Morning Mess was actually really good, too.
Downhill. Morning Mess, yeah. I actually watched that the other day. With Steven Weber, and he discovers that cult of ghouls. Yeah, that's another one where nothing scary, nothing supernatural happens till the very end. I mean, there's like the homeless killer and stuff. There's Vincent Schiavelli, who's one of the homeless people who's killed. But that's one of the ones where, the twist, like, is the...
Easel Kill Ya is actually a good one, too.
Yeah, Tim Roth is the painter.
Yeah. I can't find that episode.
Oh, yeah, that episode, yeah. What's the name of that?
I don't know!
The one where,
It's listed on YouTube in the first season.
I want to say it's either 3 or 4. Did you already look through the 4?
I think I did.
Well, this is season 6.
Oh, okay.
Beginning of the end.
It's not in the 3rd season or in the... It's not in the 2nd either. Look at that. Ooh, my process of elimination.
Terry, look here. I was watching some of these the other day. I could have sworn I saw... I ran across that one. I don't want the whole video to just be us trying to figure that out. But yeah, that is one of my favorites, though, as a matter of fact. No, I can't remember the damn title.
As Ye Sow is really good.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Although, the ending it's kind of depressing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them did have, 3's a Crowd. That was a very depressing ending. It's a good twist. They put a lot into it, but, man, that was just a depressing ending. It's like, wow.
I didn't see that one.
It's the one where the husband thinks that his wife's having an affair. Turns out she's just pregnant with his child. They're trying to throw him some surprise party, but, the whole time he just thinks that she's cheating on him.
Yeah. Hey, what's the one where it ends up, it's got those 2 freaks in the cave? It's the birth of the Crypt Keeper?
Oh, yeah, with the mummy and then the 2-headed guy.
Yeah.
I just saw that one somewhere. That was kind of one of the weaker episodes, if you ask me. I mean,
it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was alright. It wasn't like any cool, interesting twist or anything. Oh, I mean, the title's not really that important. I'll think of it as soon as we stop the video. I'll think of it. But. King of the Road is kind of lame. There's a Brad Pitt. There's nothing really scary going on. I guess it was kind of interesting. But. Maniac at Large with the mousy librarian. And there's like a killer. I think it turns out it's her at the end, isn't it? Or something weird like that.
Hey,
I have to rewatch these. You found it yet?
No. It was Daniel Craig in Tales from the Crypt.
It looks like him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That was the 7th season. I don't remember much about that one because I remember not wanting to rewatch it very much. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to look up that episode before the video's over because I can't stand loose ends.
Oh, I didn't find it.
Let's look up the chick from Pulp Fiction and see what Tales from the Crypt episode she was in. Keep talking about some of the episodes while I'm doing this. Yeah, Amanda.
I'm running out of episodes. I've already talked about all the ones I actually saw.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the third pig. I like the third pig.
Third pig.
Cause got,
the only animated episode there ever was.
The cool part is, though, it's got the guys from Ren and Stimp and Rocko's Modern Life doing the animation.
Yeah,
and
Charlie Adler.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's all...
It was a highlight of an otherwise terrible season.
Yeah. God damn it. Okay, let me think.
Aha!
What? What is it? Oh, I'm out of episodes.
Well, I thought I found it. I did see it. It
Just look up
didn't say the
Tales
name of the episode.
Just go look up Tales from the
There it is. Lover Come Hack to Me. I think
What's-
that must have been the first season then, because it said
I didn't see it.
1989. Me neither.
Check again.
Really?
Okay.
It's gotta be the... Oh, yeah, it is the first season. Well, I'll be damned.
Ah.
Episode 5. I
No
feel
wonder-
stupid now.
No wonder I couldn't find it. There's no picture for it.
I feel stupid. Hey, Tom Holland directed that. The guy directed Fright Night and Child's Play. That's pretty cool. Corman's Calamity, the one with the cartoonist. It's the guy from It who plays the grown-up version of Seth Green's character. And then, like, everything he draws comes to life. That was a good one. He tries to kill his wife with one of his creations. That was a good one. Hell yeah. I love me some Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
You know, I might really not been able to really cover much in this video. All I can really do is talk about some of the episodes.
Yeah.
But, we are big fans of it. There's not really much we can do in a video other than discuss it, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
Hopefully our next video will be more exciting.
It
But if you did manage to sit through this one, please subscribe and check out some of our other stuff. Most likely better, except for episode 3, because that sucked. But all our other stuff, I can...
Yeah, that was
you
just
might
an episode
enjoy.
we needed to put out, so...
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, that was the cartoon one, right?
That was the
Episode 3.
reboots.
Oh no, whichever one, whatever. The cartoon. Yeah, the
Yeah.
cartoons need to. Yeah, that one sucked.
I think our second episode is our best episode.
Yeah, the Scooby Doo one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, watch some Tales from the Crypt. Maybe someday we'll be able to show some clips and stuff from it. Oh, we should mention the movies real quick. Demon Knight and Bordello of Blood, and then they also did one called Ritual, where they edited out the Crypt Keeper segments and released it as a standalone, but then they edited them back in. I think I love both of those, and the Ritual too, even though it's kind of an unofficial Tales from the Crypt movie.
I like Demon Knight. I didn't like
Billy
Bordello
Zane
of Blood.
in that. Really, I thought it was pretty good. You know?
Oh.
Corey Feldman, I'll always be your brother.
Well, no, because they
Miller.
put fucking Dennis Miller in it. His voice
He was
calls...
funny though. He was
His
funny.
voice caused all those murder-suicides.
Oh gosh. But yeah, Demon Knight is really good. Billy Zane's hilarious in that. That's a good one. I'd say definitely check out both of those if you haven't already.
Just for the tits alone.
Yeah, and the violence, and
Wow.
I love the setting, that creepy old boarding house or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah. You know, it's ironic though. It felt like that could be like a setting for like From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, it did kind of feel like those demons looked like Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
And they kind of looked like a cross between Pumpkinhead and the monster that was on the plane at the end of Twilight Zone, the movie.
No, it looked more
in the
like
last
Pumpkinhead
segment.
crossed with the Fly from the Jeff Goldblum version.
Oh yeah, the David Cronenberg one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did look like that. But yeah, Tales from the Crypt is a great series. Always been a fan
It was
of
not
mine.
perfect, but
Yeah,
you know.
there's some episodes that are hit or miss, but there's some very great ones mixed in there as well. Skip season 7.
Except for the last episode.
You'll find a good one, some good ones. Yeah, so the third pig, watch that, and then you'll find lots of good ones throughout the rest of the series. All right.
We are gonna go play Super Mario World.
Peace. That is correct. Affirmative.